was probably one of the proudest moments of my life so far. I really look forward to being able to put the uniform on again someday. My name is Nick. I am here in my home on my family farm outside of the small town of Lisbon, Ohio. My family has lived here for about 20 years, and I remember growing up, ever since I was a little kid, I have always dreamed of serving in the United States military. But unfortunately, that's not an option for me here in the US. And the reason why is because of who I am. I knew I was trans from a very young age, even though I didn't have a word to put with what I was feeling. I was about 12 years old the first time I heard the word transgender and realized, oh my gosh, there are other people out there in the world who feel the same way that I do. When I first started this journey, my human rights and my employment opportunities really didn't enter into my mind.
Our mission is to defend this country, and we don't want barriers unrelated to a person's qualification to serve preventing us from recruiting or retaining the soldier, sailor, airman, or Marine who can best accomplish the mission.
I remember being absolutely thrilled when I heard that announcement. I began to get in touch with as many military recruiters as I could possibly find to try to start what I had hoped would be my career. But unfortunately, about a year later in 2017, via a series of tweets by President Donald Trump, another policy change was announced. After consultation with my generals and military experts, please be advised that the United States government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the US military. Our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and disruption that transgender in the military would entail. This was probably one of the most crushing moments of my life, but I wasn't going to give up anytime soon on what I had been working so hard to achieve. I decided to fight back, and I'm not giving up, and this is my story. I was keeping up with everybody in the course, doing better than some of the people in the course, both with physical fitness and in the written examinations. I spoke to the recruiting officer. He explained to me I would pass. Most likely I would pass every single other area of that physical exam, but as soon as they saw the word transgender on my application, I would fail on the spot. My mother is always supportive of everything that I do. She definitely has a bit of a struggle with me, number one, wanting to join the military, and number two, now putting my face out there, talking about this issue and being involved in a federal court case. No matter how old I get, she'll always be my mom, and I'll always be her baby, so I climb up on a ladder to change the light bulbs in the house, and she is in fear for my safety.
It breaks my heart to see so many of the things that Nick is missing out on right now. I want Nick to have the same opportunities that other people would have as well, regardless of the situations, because in my eyes, you've earned it. And I think that, the U.S., any of the U.S. military service would benefit from you being there. I'll argue that until the day I die. That's just how I feel.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. I love you, honey.
Love you too, Mom. So I am currently just hanging out in my car for a minute. I'm about to head in to have a physical exam. It is for my truck driving job. I have to do this every so often to keep my truck driving license. And I'm a little nervous. But with this particular physical, the last time I had it done, I had a really bad experience. and it was strictly because I was transgender. Essentially, I had disclosed that information on my chart. Long story short, during this physical, the doctor discovered that I was transgender, and he had a pretty negative reaction. He actually wound up running out of the room in a bit of a panic, and he sent his nurse back in to let me know that I'd passed the physical and to get me out of there as quickly as possible. All right, so just got done with my physical, went really well. Doctor was super respectful. Everybody in the facility was actually super respectful. Really awesome. Just good experience. So always happy to have that happen. So, we got some exciting news this week that the US Supreme Court ruled that you cannot be fired from employment for being gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, just any member of the LGBTQ community. And although it's a little frustrating that this ruling does not extend to military service, I think it's finally got us showing that we're pointing in the right direction. It's definitely renewed my optimism for my particular case and my particular struggle. So I'm very, very excited to hear about this ruling on very many levels. Every time I was struggling, either, running or on a 10-mile ruck march at 5 o'clock in the morning, hauling 50 pounds of equipment. Anytime I was having a hard time in that program, I would think about these tweets. It gave me the drive to be able to give 110%. Thinking about these tweets and thinking about the way the president made this announcement really just ignites a fire in me to prove him wrong and to prove the people who support this ban to be absolutely wrong. It's really disappointing to know that I was so close. I'm nowhere near ready to give up on this.